Good evening, America. Well, actually, good evening, world, I suppose, depending on where you are. But if you're watching this, I'm specifically speaking to America here. The rest of you probably actually shouldn't watch anything from our country in the next month because our people are just acting like friggin' animals. So, on the off chance that you're one of these people that I'm talking about and don't know it, here's the litmus test. Not really. I'm going to do a video here on one I've been wanting to do it for 2 days now, but every time I think I have the information that I want to do the video, something new and awesomely stupid pops up and happens on Facebook or Twitter. And the majority of it, I gotta admit, is probably Facebook. Is this Facebook's fault? No, it's not Facebook's fault. It's our fault. No, it's your fault because I have better sense. Number one, Facebook is not a news source. Facebook is a place where your stupid friends post stupid things that they think are true because they're too stupid to know better, and you're so stupid you click on it and share it, and then you go vote based on it. I'm just letting you know that treat everything on Facebook as a lie, unless you can repudiate it 3 different times through 3 different credible sources. I don't care what the topic is, whether it's Hillary Clinton kills babies and eats their brains, Donald Trump gropes vaginas, doesn't matter. Whatever the topic is, just open 3 new tabs and go to ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox. Go to AP, go to Reuters, go to BBC even. It's sad that I have to quote the BBC, but 9 times out of 10, 6 times out of 10, they have pretty good coverage of what's going on here without a lot of the bias that our media seem incapable of. But specifically, what I'm going to talk about tonight is what's been going on in our country the last two days. It's 10 o'clock, it's 10:30 on November 12th. The election happened 4 days ago, and it's just been a plethora of stupid across America since then. Protests, riots, burnings, bombings, shootings, downright good old-fashioned ass beatings, just things that don't need to happen, all under the name of, I love this, protest. So, and then on top of that, I made a post on Facebook, and this is what actually started this video. I made a post on Facebook, something along the lines of, I voted for Donald Trump, and I commented, didn't pull a baby out of a vagina today, didn't beat up a black man, didn't do this, didn't do that. And it floored me how many people came back with vitriol that says, no, but you support it because you voted Trump. Oh my God, mind blown. Serious, I cannot believe people actually think that. You are so stupid that that's what you think. So, and I mean stupid. You have got to be, read the words coming out of my mouth, fucking stupid to believe some of the shit coming off your own walls on Facebook and Twitter and other whatever sites you're using. So I'm going to clarify some things for those out there that are too inept to bother to do it themselves. I've even got a PowerPoint. Check it out. I'm over here in the corner now, like up here in the top left. Yeah, that's me. Hi, how you doing? That down there? Over there? That's the PowerPoint. You should just pay attention to that. Okay? I'll talk. That'll have text. So real quick, Republicans for dummies. A comparison chart on some on some concepts that tend to separate the Democratic Party, Hillary voters, from the Republican Party, Trump voters. Keep in mind, most of us aren't Hillary or Trump voters. Let's be honest, no one from either side really just freaking loved and hurrahed either candidate. We voted for what our party's policies tend to be and what the leader of that party is going to do based on what that party tends to go after on terms of important subjects. Some of those are economic concepts. Democrats, they like the idea of a higher wage for everyone and think that every McDonald's worker that now makes $8.75 an hour should now be making $15 an hour minimum. I know office managers that don't make $15 an hour. I know people that have had their job for 10 years that make $15 an hour and are glad to have it. I know people that work in county government that don't make $15 an hour. And you want the dumbass that can't get my latte right at McDonald's to make $15 an hour as a federal mandate. That's just asinine and stupid. Because if you do that, as one fast food chain has already shown, they're just going to buy kiosks and fire the staff, because kiosks cost about 50 grand once, which is about 1.5 employees, and they get the order right every time, and they don't actually require babysitting and sick calls, and I don't feel good, so I'm not coming in, and I stole from the cash register, and I'm too busy eating McGriddles to get the order right. They just don't need that shit. So if you know what, I could talk on this topic all day, so I'm just going to quit. Republicans think overall taxes shouldn't be increased for anyone, and wages should be set by the free market. So if I determine a job makes always worth $15 an hour, and I can find people that will work for $15 an hour and they do good work, that's what that job is worth. If I pay people $8 an hour and I don't get the people that do that kind of work, or don't get them to do it very well, the market's telling me that skill is worth more than $8 an hour. But if I can find it for 15, that's what it's worth. So paying 25 is a waste. I could instead pay 2 people 15 and almost hire a third. Or I could pay one person 25 and work him to death and not have as much function in my company. Does any of this make sense to you people? Can you do math? Or as my daughter says, can you math? So that's one founding difference between our two parties. Social and human ideas. Democrats tend to favor concepts based on community and social responsibility. The community needs to do this. The community needs to look out for that. Republicans tend to be more, use your own damn common sense and take care of what's yours. Do your job. Be an adult. Okay? Go adult. Do your thing. What's next? Military spending. Another one I can go on for days about, but I'm not going to. Democrats, they think it's a bad idea. The military's too big. We need to rein in spending, so we'll do it here. The Republicans go, you're effing stupid. I can just about guarantee you a lot of veterans probably voted Trump because of for example, this particular policy, not because they're in the KKK. I'm just saying, maybe they actually had another reason besides dying at the legal excuse to tear a baby from a vagina for voting Trump. Maybe there's another reason, like he's the Republican candidate and he supports increasing the military when we're constantly downsizing it and leaving them jobless without any prospects for the future, when we trained them for 8 years how to go do one specific thing, and now they're done with it and you want them out, so you're giving them a bonus to actually leave and go, seriously, no, get out. Well, but what am I going to do? We don't care. Get out. That's happening all across this country. I know. I've got friends in almost every branch, and half of them are getting their full retirement early just to get the hell out. Okay? That's a core concept. That's a big difference between the Democratic Party or Hillary's voters and the Republican Party, Trump's voters. Stance on gay marriage. And again, this one is a hot topic. A lot of Democrats, the Democratic Party itself, primarily tends to support gay marriage. Some people disagree. Some politicians disagree. Some Democratic voters disagree. The Republican Party, primarily as a party, opposes gay marriage. A lot of, I'm not going to say a lot because I can't quantify that. Some Republican politicians aren't on board with that. Since you're going to ask, I don't care. I'm not gay. I don't see where it's going to screw up my rights. So for the sake of this argument, fine. It's easier to say fine than quantify it in a long video. Fine. I fundamentally have no problem with gay people getting insurance benefits, being able to make decisions for each other in the hospital if the partner can't, being able to get tax breaks that me and my wife do, being able to have a joint credit account, being able to use each other for long. That shit I have no problem with. Which is why they want marriage, by the way. But anyway, taxes. Here's a huge one. This is a lot of reason people voted one way or the other. Democrats want a progressive tax. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I know because I live under it now. If I make $40,000 this year, you're going to want 24.7. You might as well call it 25% of my income. I make 40, you take 10. That's crappy. I make 40,000. You take 10,000, not 10%. 10,000 of it gone right out the door. That sucks. But if I make 60, then you want 15, right? No. Then you want a higher percentage. You want 30%. So if I make 50% more, instead of taking the 10 you took before and another 50%, 15, now you're going to take 20. What? How about if I'm going to make 150 grand? Woohoo, yay me. No, you want 45% of my paycheck. Holy shit. I was able to work more, be more effective, grow my business, and instead of being happy with, instead of getting 10% of 40,000, which would be 10 grand, you've got 10% of 100,000. I'm sorry. Instead of getting 25% of my 40,000, that would have been $10,000. You would get 25% of my $150,000, which would be a lot more money. Wow, that's great. No, they want half. That's stupid. Progressive tax is stupid. The Republican policy overall is a flat tax, or at least lower taxes everywhere, and the same tax everywhere. If I make 50 grand, I pay X percent, the same percent. You pay, that guy pays, this company pays, this corporation pays. The IRS book would be about this long. You literally could file it on a friggin' postcard. I made blank. I owe blank. Check is blank. Done. That's a good reason to vote for Trump, not because we're in the KKK. Bunch of asshats. Government regulation. Democrats believe all you people are stupid, and that the government needs to regulate every single freaking thing you do. If the Democrats had their way, there'd be a rule that says you cannot make toilet paper less than 6 ply because someone in California got a stinky on his finger. Bad. There'd be a policy for that. I swear to God, they would make a quick one. Republicans also think you people are stupid, and they're right. You need to learn to regulate your fucking self and use some common sense and not have the government make every single decision for you. Washington, D.C. was not meant to wipe your ass. It was meant to cover important shit. That's it. Things that humanity as a whole needed to have handled. Not every little stinking thing that bothers you needs to be regulated by the federal government. That's a big reason some people voted Trump. Immigration. Democrats. Their view is, we don't want you here, but we'd never say it, so we'll vote for a moratorium on deportation and pass the buck to the next team. That's what they're going to do. We don't really want them here at all either. So, but we can't say that because we're Democrats, and that's not going to go well. So why don't we just put a moratorium on deportation for 3 years till somebody else takes office and they can freaking handle it. Sold. Republicans. We don't freaking want you here either, but we have the balls to say it to your face. That's the only difference. What voting Trump meant. Now, specifically, just to cover over some of these things, we want the same taxes for everybody. We think the military needs to be bigger to react to our current threats. We dislike killing babies overall. Just saying abortion as a Republican topic is a no. Again, some people disagree. I personally, since I brought this up, I feel like someone's going to ask. I feel I owe you an answer. Personally, I think it's a personal topic, and I don't owe you an answer at all. But you're going to ask anyway. I don't think anybody owes anybody an answer on this one. But my honest view, and this is not a cop-out, this is the truth. I don't have a vagina. I am incapable of experiencing what a mother goes through. I have a daughter. I have a wife. I have a mother. But I can't even for a moment put myself inside their minds. I know there are the father's argument. You know what? I'm not qualified to decide that one. That's my answer. I don't know. I'm not qualified to decide it, and quite frankly, I'm not going to. We think murderers should be executed, not just friggin' paid and left and hang out in prison forever on my dime. We think we should leave some power to the states and let people govern the way they actually were intended to. And we want to take away your Democratic DC pacifier and make you actually get out there and think for yourselves. What we don't want to do, that we've never wanted to do. Why you think we want to do it, I have no idea. We don't want to round up all the gay people and take away their rights. No one's trying to do this. No one since Trump got elected is going, thank God, somebody go find them faggots. Put them in a cage. Wrap them up. There's got to be a female camp sitting empty somewhere. No. The fact that you even think that is just asinine. We don't want to beat up black people. We don't want to beat up the Muslims. We don't want to rip babies out of vaginas, or burn your car, or vandalize your house, or stand in the middle of a street at night like a fucking hoodlum blocking traffic. Why the fuck are you people protesting at 1 o'clock in the morning? Why don't you protest like normal people? Oh, I don't know, like during the workday, not... I mean, I know this is severely conflicting with your crack sales. I don't know how you people can afford to go set fire to shit at night. Do it in the daytime like everybody else. We don't want to join the KKK. We weren't born with automatic KKK memberships. I don't like them. I've said this before. Screw David Duke. Screw the KKK. Go find them and hang them. That's my thought on the KKK. And I'm a Republican. I voted for Trump. I think you should kill every KKK member on this planet. That's how deplorable their concepts and their ideologies are. And we don't like to set shit on fire in general. That's just a rule. I'm pretty sure that's in the party bylaws somewhere. We don't flip cars over and set them on fire. That's just not something that comes along with, I voted for Trump so I can burn shit. That didn't happen. What people are doing about it? This is what gets me. This is where it just gets fun, folks. Okay? This is a kid. This guy right here. This is a kid in Los Angeles 2 days ago, and you can't see it here because I freeze framed it at just the wrong moment. This is some CNN footage. He's taking a baseball bat and he's beating a piñata in the street of the President of the United States. Wow. There are ways to teach your kids about free speech, and there are ways to be a shitty parent. Having your kid beat up an effigy of the president in a public street is fucking sad. I don't care who the president is. I don't like Obama. You don't see me out back with like Obama gun targets that have exploding heads, blowing them up for target practice. Not that I haven't been asked to, but I don't. And nor should you. Hiring professional protesters. This is a new thing, all right? People are hiring professional protesters to make the rest of you idiots think the world is on fire when the world's not on fire. Specific agendas are on fire, and you people are too stupid to fact check anything, so you just grab your shit off Facebook and go, whoa, holy crap, that's what we think. We should go do that. Oh my God. I know. It's a hoax. There's not real Trump there's not real paid protesters. I'm not making this shit up. I don't need to. I went to Portland, Oregon, the place where one of the biggest protests has happened, and just typed in Trump. That was it. Portland, Oregon, jobs search for Trump. Go do it yourself. Like right now. I'll wait. Take your time. Never mind. Here's what you're going to get. I'll read this for you. Help me get out the vote and defeat Trump. Open interviews all week. Paying $15 an hour. There's so a joke in there. But anyway, are you a bad hombre or a nasty woman? Our interviews are being held from now to election day for community organizers to help the government for Oregon Democrats. Blah, 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 blah. They want you to go out there and pay you money to protest shit that you might or might not even believe at all. But they're going to pay you to do it. How many of you feel stupid now? Wow, you mean those people that have been out there doing stuff, there's a good chance that they don't even mean that? They're just being paid to do it? Wow. All you dumb bitches at McDonald's that are demanding a pay raise, go be a protester. That pays more. Surely, I made this up, right? No, it's real. There's a screenshot of all the other ads. I mean, bam, 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 day after day after day after day. You can click on the ad. You can call the company. You can send them an email. It's all right there. Go find them. They're easy to find. It's protected free speech. This is the argument I'm seeing a lot. We're not going to apologize for free speech. It's not a crime to hold a sign. It's, you see that guy at the bottom down there, this dude here? When this up here becomes this down here, that's a crime. Okay, that's not free speech. If it involves this, it's not free speech. If this is the only response that can stop your peaceful protest, it's not a peaceful protest. We have the right to protest any way we want to. Read the damn Constitution. Since you obviously not, let me read to you the First Amendment that you seem to be so staunchly behind. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Wow, did you hear that? No prohibition of exercising one's religion. Wow. Or, because a lot of people are trying to do that. Or bridging the freedom of speech. Or of the press. Or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That was added to the Constitution in 1791. Let me read the important part of this. I'll paraphrase. Congress will not stop you, and the Constitution allows you the right to peaceably assemble and petition the government for a redress of grievances. Peaceably assemble. Do you understand the words? Blocking intersections so people can't get to work. Kicking people. Throwing rocks through windshields like happened in Charlotte off an overpass, and dropping a rock into a car that had a mother and her kid in the shotgun seat. That's not peaceful protest. That's a fucking riot. That's also a felony, by the way. If it requires this response, you're not assembling peacefully. Because that is the only answer right there. That is the only answer to angry mobs of people that are walking through, vandalizing their own towns, breaking windows, setting shit on fire. There's no talking to these people. They're setting shit on fire. I don't know how. Truthfully, they need to be shot. Those cops right there. On your screen, they're over there. I've got to get this camera flipped. But those cops there, in my opinion, need to have the right to just start opening fire. If you're holding a brick in your hand, be done with it. If you're throwing shit through a window or coming out of a local CVS or locally owned pharmacy or hardware store with your hands full of crap that you just stole, just end it right there. One pop in the grape, it's done. That's how it needs to be handled. It's a good thing I'm not president. And so we get to stupid shit on Facebook. And so I made a post again, and this is how this all relates. Now that you all know what we actually voted for and know what is and is not peaceful protest, let me address some of the morons that like to comment on my Facebook page. I made a post that I supported Trump. I don't support any of these particular things. And these are some of their responses. Barry Miller. Perhaps you haven't, but the man you voted for did, and his supporters have engaged in 20-plus hate crimes since your vote helped elect a man that would engage in some of those things. Really, there have been 20 hate crimes since Trump took office. Well, if that were true, that'd be fucking fantastic. Because there's usually a couple hundred a day, bro. Okay? And they're not all Trump. But I'm sorry, and I don't see Hillary supporters getting beat up in the street. I don't see Bernie Sanders supporters. I don't see Jill Green supporters. I don't see, what was the other guy? Oh yeah, Gary Johnson supporters. Actually, now that it's Gary Johnson, that's kind of funny. No, you don't see their supporters getting beat up in the streets, at least not this week. Here's some great ones, and you can't read this maybe, so I'll clear it up. You may not do those things, but it shows you're willing to turn a blind eye to someone who does. This is the man you voted for. Wow. So because I support growing our military and thought that was important to vote on, or because I support flat taxes and thought that was going to vote on, or because I disliked Obamacare, because of maybe those three reasons, which I actually did vote for, that's why those are three reasons I did vote for him for. Instead, I voted for a man who believes irrationally that you can stop immigration with the border wall. Why is that irrational? It's a friggin' wall. Seems to be perfectly rational to me. Actually, it's the only rational answer I've seen yet. You voted for a man who thinks it's perfectly fine to mock the disabled people. Even if I did, Even if Donald, okay, I'll just come out and clarify this. Even if Donald Trump does think it's okay to go from time to time, don't care. That's not why I voted for him. And if that were a platform that he was running on, I would have voted against him for that, or at least said, I like it, don't like it. But that wasn't on the ballot, dude. You voted for a man that is devoid of any moral fiber when it comes to the sanctity of marriage. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm assuming you're the one that was okay with your candidate having her husband's dick sucked by his White House chick while pretending not to know about it, and then supporting him through it, and then hushing it all up and going on with her career. That says a lot for Hillary's personal character, I'm sure. You condone a man who ran a campaign that was anti an entire religion and would seek to deport followers of said religion or have them register? No, you obviously paid no attention to any of the things he said about Muslims whatsoever. You must have got your news off Facebook. You condone a man who thinks that he can take what he wants sexually from women because he is who he is and for no other reason. Wow. Again, no. I did not vote for that. I don't condone that. I don't think actually Donald Trump condones it in the way that you said it. Who thinks he can take what he wants from women? No, I think he's a rich billionaire, and that if chicks throw their shit at him, he may reserve the right to go, okay. And I don't. Quite frankly, I'm not going to judge him either way. I know I was a 20-year-old in college, and I did a lot of that same shit. I just wasn't rich. And I'm thinking pretty much most of America who went to college and ever went to a college bar participated in that at some point in time in their lives. Unless you were like a little geek and didn't, and you're at like band practice. Okay, fine. Then you're excused. But because you couldn't be up clubbing, you'd be at band practice at 4 a.m. But the rest of us were out doing things in clubs every single night of our college lives that you yelled at him for. Like talking about how easy it was to get laid by some chick that he met on a bus. I'm sorry, that's actually not really a crime, and quite frankly, it's nothing that no one else hasn't done ever. Now, is it deplorable? I'm not going to argue that. Is it a less than ideal characteristic of his moral fiber? Sure. I had the same feelings. I was in college, didn't care. I'm just saying, I don't care what he did in 93. I don't care what he did in 97. I don't care who he groped in 2001 when he hadn't ever even thought about becoming president. I care what he does as president and as candidate for president. I could just go on this one for days. Wow. Okay, so Hector Lozano. Our elections were pretty much, should I vote for shitty or should I vote for the more shitty one? Spot on. That's why a lot of people voted the way they did. I mean, and I hate to say it, but it's true. A lot of people voted the way they did because, quite frankly, it was lesser of two evils. I said that before, and I stand by it. I had another girl here, Tess Skarbowski. She asked if I condoned these things. She said, well, you didn't vote for them, but you condone these things, right? And I said, are you out of your effing mind? And she said, I don't know you. That's why that's why I was asking. The problem so many don't seem to realize is, and I love this, if you align yourself with a group of people acting like fools, you look like a fool yourself. Okay, fine. I get that. There are a lot of people saying, well, I don't agree with the KKK, but, and to many of us, there is no but. I'm sorry, what? Because I'm a Trump voter, I have to support the KKK. Lady, you are so far removed from reality, I can't even argue with you. You were stupid and need to get off my damn page. Oh my God. And you have a huge platform to say this is not who you are as a party. The question is, does the majority of the party agree with you? Okay, fine. So here's my big platform. You wanted to hear it? You're on it. It's YouTube. You're here. I'm here. We're all here. So if you're a Republican, put in the comments down there, I'm a Republican, and whether or not you got a free postcard to join the KKK when you were born or when you joined the party. or if you're a member now, or if you think that they're cool, I'm pretty sure most of us are going to go, no, that's deplorable, that's sick, those bastards need to die. With the exception of the 12-year-olds that are going to comment stupid shit. So if you're 12, don't comment. Just go the hell on and go play Pokemon. Let me see. Yeah. And so another comment says, and yet your vote said all of that was okay. I don't expect anyone who voted for Trump to understand, but whether you do it or not, you made it clear that it was just okay to do, referring to tearing babies out of vaginas, beating black people, etc. And what you want this country to become. Wow. So by voting Trump, I said it's okay to beat on black people, rape women, tear babies out of vaginas, join the KKK, kill Muslims, all because I wanted a better insurance plan, my wages protected as an employer, and our military bulked up. Wow, okay. Didn't know. And John Ignacio, who debates me on Facebook eloquently all the time, he and I are on the whole almost always on opposite sides of an argument, and I respect his opinion. But John, this time, seriously, dude, asshole comment. Is your example a guarantee that there will not be any government moves to do the systemic analog of any of these? Okay, let me just clarify. If the federal government decides that it's okay to start raping women, I will personally become a Democrat. If the Republican Party decides that it's okay to pistol whip black people because they're born black, I will join the Democratic Party or whatever party you think that I need to, because at that point, that's not even my country. What the hell is wrong with you people? Get some damn sense. And while we're at it, Kaepernik, however the hell you say his name, Colin, whatever your name is, Colin Kaepernik, I think it is. People on Facebook, stop taking your cues from shitty role models. Just this guy is one of them. So, aside from his horrible, bad Sanford and Son era hairdo, he decides that he's the guy that's going to first sit and then take a knee during the national anthem to stage a protest. Okay. If that didn't make you shitty enough in my book and want to just pistol whip the shit out of you just for breathing, we then find out now. Now, keep in mind, this guy has platformed this. He's a football player. Okay, he has a collective intelligence of this coffee cup. He spent the last 20 years of his life learning to do one thing: pass, catch. That's it, and run. That's pretty much it. This guy's a professional tard. He's got zero anything else going for him up apparently, and decides I'm going to take up injustice against blacks as a platform, which is great. That's actually awesome. The way you did it, that makes you a shitheel, but the idea you have is fantastic. Just grow a pair of balls and act like a fucking American and not some little communist prick, and I'd support you. But instead, he has made a platform. He's done 20 plus interviews, even in games he doesn't even play in. The news goes and finds him. They're like, hey, you're here. And he's like, yes, I am. I'm here to talk about my, injustice against blacks. So, naturally, the world at large, his followers, a bunch of other people decided, we want to know, who'd you vote for, Colin? Oh, I didn't vote. I'm sorry. What? What? I didn't hear you, because it sounded like you fucking said I didn't vote because I didn't like either candidate. Okay, first off, because obviously you're too stupid and have never seen a ballot, there's more than 2 names on a ballot. There's more than 2 jobs on a ballot. You're from California. You could have voted for, I think her name is Lariva, is her last name, who has been working since the 70s. She was on your state ballot, by the way, to stop minority abuses. And I can't recall them all, but had a lot of good causes. Point is, she wouldn't have won, but if you wanted to show your displeasure, You could have supported someone that could have gained some grassroots traction and maybe had a platform or increased her platform to help the things that you profess to want to help. But instead, your dumb jail-throwed ass stayed home and didn't vote because I didn't like Trump and I didn't like Hillary, so I'm choosing not to participate. You don't get to fucking not participate, you moron. You live here. So your lack of participation was participating. So in the off chance that you disliked Hillary a little bit less than you disliked Trump, you could have voted for or encouraged others to vote for. I don't have to like her to want to support your right to have a candidate, but you should have used it. By the way, that means you all also didn't vote for your governor, your senator, do you have kids? I don't know if you have kids or not, but if you have kids, did they go to school? You could have voted for the local school board in your county. You could have voted for your local board of elections like I did. You could have voted for a variety of county and state offices. But no, you just said, fuck all that. I don't like Trump or Clinton, so no politics whatsoever matters to me at all. You're a worthless piece of shit. And I hope the NFL yanks your career out from under your worthless feet and you wind up with a fucking sign that says, we'll throw a ball for food. And I wouldn't hire you. I have a German Shepherd does the same thing. Better. You're scum. And that's the end of my presentation. So, and then we get to today. While I'm sitting here trying to wait for this video to render and load, I decided to read the news. And now Facebook is taking blame for the election. People are saying it's Facebook's fault that the election went the way it did. That Facebook feeding false news and, whatever, is the reason the election went the way it did. And it's sad now, of course, Zuckerberg came out and he's like, no, that's stupid. It's not our fault. We aren't a news agency. Okay, Mark, A, you're right. You're correct. It's not your fault, number one, and you're not a news agency, number two. I agree on both counts. However, most of your 1 billion users are effing stupid, apparently, because these are the same people that share the hoax on Facebook every day, that every month when it pops up that says if you don't paste this to your wall, Facebook's going to make all your posts public and the whole world can see your porn. No. Facebook people, in general, are idiots. If you get your news from Facebook, you are an idiot. I'm just going to lay it out there. Get your news from a news source, not a place that you get Sudoku puzzles and cute memes of cats drinking milk, saying meow. That's not the place to get news. I don't get news from my refrigerator. Why? Because it's not where the fucking news is. I don't get news from Twitter. I don't get news from Facebook. I see news on Facebook, and I immediately think to myself, click. Then I read the URL. For example, New York Times / such and such. Oh, okay, all right, wow. I read the article. Well, okay. I pop up in a new tab and type news, space, and a subject. Or I just go to Google News. And if it's breaking news, it's right there on the top. And it's going to be a New York Times link, probably a Forbes link, a Wall Street Journal link, a Washington Post link, a CNN link, an ABC link, a Fox link, a Reuters link, a Reuters link, an AP link. I'll see 7, 8, 10 different sources to go find that story. And you'll almost always learn something different in every one of them. And then you'll also learn that only one of them said this, which means they're probably wrong. If you're a Republican, stop listening to Alex Jones, Brett Bart, and reading Fox News. It's not that Fox News is wrong all the time. It's that Fox News leans so far our way, and I say our being the Republican way, they lean so far to the Republican side that when they do spout bullshit, you don't know it because you can't separate it from the actual news. And with them, it's hard. So Fox News is full of shit 90% of the time. It's like 25% good crap, 75% fiber that goes right through you. It's no good. Go somewhere else. Don't read the ones that bashed it. Just go get multiple sources and stop using Facebook for news. That's the point of this. Facebook is not a news source. Facebook's a place to post stupid shit that you do, some inspirational quote of the day if you feel froggy, and to catch up with your high school classmates. That's what it's for. It's not for the other shit. You have news for that. Go watch the news channel, the news network, whatever one you want. Just quit believing everything you see on Facebook, especially as it pertains to the riots, the election, Trump. I almost want to start naming names here, like my friends on Facebook you can't read, because some of their walls, I actually keep them around, even though they're in my own party. I keep them around to see what stupid thing they're going to say, as a reminder that there are stupid people on my side of the fence just as much as there are on Hillary's side of the fence. And y'all need to wake up, man. America has got too much shit going on right now for everybody to be stupid. If you want to protest, do it peaceably. I don't care if 2 million of you stand together holding hands singing Kumbaya in front of pick a building, doesn't matter. Don't block the highway. Don't make it so other Americans can't get to work or to their kids or to the doctor or to the attorney or maybe to court to sign the divorce papers that are now going to be held up for 2 months because you had better things to do than block a damn street. There's no telling what you're impacting being an asshole. Quit being an asshole. Be a productive member of the society. You want to protest? Protest. Line up around the block. Line up around every single block. If there's 20,000 of you, great. If you line up around the step to the courthouse 3 deep and block the sidewalk, believe me, CNN will show up. And if you do it quietly, maybe don't even say a word. Just hold hands, hold signs, and don't say a damn thing. It will speak volumes. It will ring across this country. Much better than the crap that's going on now. Because quite frankly, people flipping cars over and setting shit on fire is old hat. I had to search through the news to find the one that happened today or over here, because it's happening everywhere. You guys are so blasé now, it's not even cool anymore. Do something that matters. Don't just be stupid. That's all I got, America. Sorry for taking up so much of your time. If you like me, subscribe. There's a link below. If you already have, thank you. If you want more videos, they're coming as I get time. I got a company to run, a wife to take care of, kids to take care of, dogs to take care of, friends to help out, and a life to enjoy. I'll make them as often as I can. I will live stream as often. My dog is over here having dreams. Hush! I'm trying to take a video. I don't know what dog it is, but she's back here making weird dreamy sounds. But it's just, America, be good. Quit being a horrible example to the whole world of what we shouldn't be. Just use some sense, man. Peace out, y'all. Have a great night.